Thank you all for joining us in this rite. We will now cast the circle. Guardian, if you would lead us in casting the circle.
I call the circle to be cast from fire to water and earth to air. May our energies protect our night so we may once again see dawn's light.
Now we call the quarters for this rite, starting in the east.
With the blessing of the hawk of the dawn and the element of air, the rush of wind whispered through the trees, I call to the guardians of the east. Send your winds of knowledge and wisdom to bless and enlighten us in our circle.
And now to the south. With the blessing of the great stag and the element of fire, the flame and smoke of fires past, I call to the guardian of the south. May you bring the spark of courage and inspiration to bless and impassion us in our circle. And now to the west.
With the blessing of the salmon of wisdom and the element of water, the sound of rivers, seas, and springs, I call to the guardians of the west. May your intuition and sensitivity wash over us to bless us and transform us in our circle.
And now to the north. With the blessings of the bear of the heavens and the element of earth, the scent of soil and the grass beneath our feet, I call to the guardians of the north. From your fertile ground may we draw growth and stability to bless and strengthen us in our circle. We call upon the Lord, upon Odin and Hern, the oak and holly king, upon our ancestors and our spirit and other spirits and energies who come with love in their hearts. Join us in this rite. Hail and welcome.
Hail.
We call upon the lady, upon Freya and Rhiannon, the goddess and queen of the moon, upon our ancestors and other spirits and energies who come with love in their hearts. Join us in this rite. Hail and welcome.
And we call upon the summoner,
The secret Z,
upon Loki,
upon the Fae,
the ancestors, spirits, the energies who fall in between and nowhere.
with love in their hearts.
Join us
Yes,
in this rite.
Hail
and welcome. Yule is a celebration of winter starting to wane. The nights are starting to shorten and the days longer. The sun starts to stir and its great slumber ends. Congratulations, everyone. We have made it through the harshest parts of winter. So harsh and bleak, I know, in this sunny South Florida. With its, 2 weeks of actual cold. But Florida does have seasons, and it does have changes, and it just is sometimes hard to notice, but it is here. Seasons are here in Florida.
We celebrate these changes, and we celebrate the return of the sun as the days start to get longer and longer. Most cultures have similar rituals, celebrations, and practices similar to Yule. They, for the most part, are celebrating the same thing, the survival of the harshest parts of winter and the return of the, at least back then, vital and life-saving sun, returning and thawing the earth. Yule itself comes from various Germanic, Norse, and other traditions, all from that general area. Odin and even Herne, who is more English, do the great hunt, which often happens during this time, and the ever-dueling Holly and Oak kings.
Festivals would last for days, even weeks, often leading into January. Everyone partook in the giant feasts. Sacrifices to deities would be made to thank the gods for making it through most of winter, and for blessings to make it through the rest of winter. There would be giant fires that would burn day and night, fueled mainly by last year's Yule tree. A tree they decorated in celebration.
As time went on, we have come to the age of neo-paganism. So too has Yuletide modernized. Nowadays we put a tree, sometimes real, sometimes not. We share gifts and celebrate the connections we share with each other. Yet still most keep the traditions alive in some manner through rituals like this and the practice of the Yule log. Let us now explore one of these traditions with a retelling of the story of the Holly King and the Oak King, forever in battle, yielding power over and exchanging the throne as the seasons change. We welcome Ren the Bard to tell the tale.
Which is also me. So, the Holly King versus the Oak King. When the world is cold and slumbers deep, he resides within his keep, dressed in furs and a cloak of moss, upon his head a wreath of holly. He reigns over his court oh so jolly, the king of fall and winter, the king of night and moon. He is the Holly King, and for 6 long months he watches over as the night longers grow. When the spring breaks through the snow, the world tired of the cold, ice melts and rivers begin to flow. He awakens to take hold. Upon a stag he rides, dressed in an armor of oak and a cloak of leaves. Upon his head a crown of antlers, his men of green in tow. The king of spring and summer, the king of day and sun, he is the Oak King, and after 6 long months, his slumber is done. A challenge, a duel, a test for both kings, to see who will rule. They both fought hard, they both fought bravely, but the sun shone bright and the earth begins to wake, empowering the Oak King. The Oak King won the duel, his court taking over. The Holly King rides off, welcoming his great slumber. Frost melted and vines grown, banners of red, banners of holly transform, becoming banners of green, banners of oak. The new king now sits upon his throne. The Holly King and the Oak King, forever in battle. Their power forever locked in a cycle, ebbs and flows with the seasons. The Holly King with his furs reigns over during the winter. His reign ends when summer begins to wane, when the nights start to become longer. This is, or was, his time. Winter and the night has hit its zenith. The Oak King's slumber has ended, and they have met to duel, as is the cycle, twice a year. Once at the summer solstice, and once at the winter solstice. The Oak King reign has begun, and the Holly King has gone into his slumber, gaining power till the summer solstice. Each at the zenith of their power, where the Oak King relents and the Holly King reigns once more. The days get shorter and the nights longer, till the cycle begins anew. And thus is the story of the Holly King and the Oak King. And now let us bring forth the Yule log and release our wishes to the universe. Brune, would you please bring forth the Yule log with all of our wishes?
Burning the Yule log, an emblem of divine light, has been a custom since the early solstice celebrations, with Yule bonfires burning for the longest nights of the year. This, our Yule log, contains our wishes for the coming year, as the wheel of the year turns from winter towards spring. Let us send these wishes out to the universe. We now place our Yule log on the fire, sending our wishes aloft on flame, including our wishes for the sun's return. Join me in a chant. Burning bright, the sun returns. Burning bright, our wishes sent. Burning bright, the sun returns. Burning bright, our wishes sent.
Burning bright, our sun returns. Burning bright, our wishes sent. Burning bright, the sun returns.
Burning bright, our wishes sent. Burning bright, our sun returns. Burning bright, our wishes sent. Burning bright, the sun returns.
Burning bright, our wishes sent. Burning bright, our sun returns. Burning bright, our wishes sent. Burning bright, our sun returns. Burning bright, our wishes sent.
Burning bright, the sun returns. Burning bright, our wishes sent.
Now to celebrate our wishes, the Oak King's triumph, and the return of the sun with some cakes and ale. May this food signify that we have survived the harshest parts of winter. May it honor those who have not, and those who have come before us. May this be a time to thrive. May you never hunger.
May you never hunger.
For the ale.
May this ale signify the start of our wishes, the start of the change we need. As the sun burns brighter, so shall we. we never thirst.
May we never thirst. Before we close the quarters and finish the ritual, I would like to take some time to thank everyone who helped make this ritual happen. Sapphire, the High Priestess, Weston for closing and opening the circle, Brune for tending the fire, Triple Horn Mead for supplying the mead, and the host congregation UUCFL for allowing us to use this amazing space. We ask that if you can, donate some cash through PayPal with this link. Please be sure to put Moonpath CUUPs in the notes of the donation. Unfortunately, it costs money to keep the electricity running and the grounds maintained. So if you are able, any amount goes a long way to giving back and helping these grounds stay beautiful. Thank you. And now that the awkward part is done, let us get back to the ritual with the closing of the quarters. And starting in the north. We give thanks for the blessing of the bear, of the heavens and the element of earth, with the scent of soil and the grass beneath our feet. We release the guardians of the north to return to your fertile ground. We have gained strength and stability from your presence. Blessed be. And now to the west.
We give thanks for the blessings of the salmon of wisdom and the element of water, with the sound of rushing water. We release the guardians of the west to return your rivers, seas, and springs. We have gained intuition and sensitivity from your presence. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Now to the south. We give thanks for the blessings of the great stag and the element of fire, with the warmth and light of our fire. We release the guardians of the south to the flame and smoke of fires past and future. We have gained courage and inspiration from your presence. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
And to the east.
We give thanks for the blessings of the hawk of the dawn and the element of air, with the rush of wind whispered through the trees. We release the guardians of the east to your winds and skies. We have gained knowledge and wisdom from your presence. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Now, we thank our ancestors, the spirits and energies who have come, the Lord, Odin, and Hern. Thank you for joining us and lending us your energies to this rite. We bid you farewell.
And we thank you, the goddess, the lady, Freya, and Rhiannon. Thank you for joining us and lending your energies to this rite. We bid you farewell.
We thank the Summoner and the Sacred Z,
The Fae.
Loki, and all those who fall in between and nowhere. Thank you for joining us and lending your energies to this rite. We bid you farewell.
I call the circle to be released, from air to earth, and water to fire. May our energies be released this night, so we may celebrate until dawn's light.